guys, welcome back to The Casual Gamer. It's time to buckle up because the PlayStation Showcase just blew our minds with an epic lineup of games coming our way in 2023. I can't contain my excitement, and trust me, you won't either once you hear about these jaw-dropping titles and mind-blowing remakes that are headed our way. So without further ado, let's dive into 5 major takeaways from the PlayStation Showcase that left us all buzzing with anticipation. Number 5, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Hold on to your hidden blades, fellow assassins. The announcement of Assassin's Creed Mirage has me all kinds of hyped. As a longtime fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, I must admit that things haven't been quite the same since Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, sure, we've had some standout titles like Black Flag and Origins, but I can't help but feel that we lost touch with what truly defined the series we hold dear. Odyssey and Valhalla, while not terrible games by any means, just didn't feel like they belonged in the Assassin's Creed universe. But I felt Mirage brought back some of that serious Assassin's Creed 2 nostalgia. The protagonist exudes the trademark cleverness, cunning, and secrecy that we fell in love with when we first met Ezio and Altair. And the setting, set in 9th century Baghdad, takes me right back to those glorious days of carrying out assassinations in the Holy Land, reliving the magic of the original Assassin's Creed. The combat looks absolutely stellar, complemented by the thrilling stealth segments and the adrenaline-pumping chases and escapes. Now, let's address the elephant in the animus: Ubisoft's recent struggles. The company has been through some rough patches, no doubt about it, but let's keep our fingers crossed that Mirage can be the game to bring them back to their roots. It's high time for a fresh take on the franchise after veering off course for a couple of years. And if the compelling gameplay showcase so far is any indication, there's hope for an incredible story that delves deep into the creed we hold so dear. Here's to a triumphant return to form for Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed series. Number 4, Foam Stars. Attention Splatoon enthusiasts, brace yourselves for a mind-blowing announcement because Square Enix is ready to reel you in and take you on an unforgettable adventure on the Sony side. Introducing Foam Stars, Sony's ambitious endeavor to bring the Splatoon magic to the PlayStation 5, drenched in a vibrant and groovy atmosphere. Get ready to immerse yourself in an epic battle where explosive soapy bubbles reign supreme, guaranteeing a whirlwind of fun that'll have you foaming at the gun barrels in excitement. Let's talk about the power-ups and special attacks, because they're out of this world. The level of insanity showcased in Foam Stars is truly mind-boggling. Personally, I'm absolutely stoked about the addition of the surfing mechanic, which allows players to gracefully traverse the bubbly terrain of the stylish battlefield. I can already picture myself gliding effortlessly through a sea of shimmering bubbles, all while a hip-thumping soundtrack reverberates in the background, fueling the rampage with foam guns of destruction. It's pretty refreshing to see Square Enix take some daring steps and explore some new horizons, even if Foam Stars does bear a striking resemblance to its Splatoon inspiration. As long as the fun factor is intact, you can bet that the community will rally behind it. So my fellow casual gamers, get your party hats ready because the Foam Star extravaganza is about to kick off. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single bubbly moment. Prepare for a foam-filled experience that will leave you buzzing with excitement and eagerly joining the ranks of countless players ready to embark on this thrilling adventure. Number 3, Marathon. It's an absolute treat to see Bungie back in the limelight, doing what they do best. These pioneers of the gaming industry, known for their iconic creations like Halo and Destiny, have resurfaced with a project that takes us back almost 3 decades. I'm talking about Marathon, a first-person shooter developed and published by Bungie that originally hit the Apple Macintosh in December 1994. Set in the vastness of deep space several decades into the future, Marathon puts players in the shoes of a valiant security officer tasked with fending off an extraterrestrial invasion aboard the colossal Marathon colony ship. Here's where things get interesting. In the trailer presented, I spotted a familiar sight, the Traveler from the Destiny franchise. This leads me to speculate that Bungie might just be planning a universe crossover, merging the realms of Marathon and Destiny. As long as the execution is spot on, I'm all for it. Reports suggest that Marathon was intended to be the Macintosh's answer to Doom, so if Bungie manages to deliver a game that can compete with the recent Doom titles from Bethesda, then we're in for a thrilling clash of titans. Speaking of Doom, let's not forget the breakneck pace and the constant vigilance required in the Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal games. Those titles truly push players to their limits as they fought off hordes of bloodthirsty demons. And who could overlook the magnificent work of the legendary composer Mick Gordon, whose electrifying tracks like BFG Division and The Only Thing They Fear Is You breathe life into those games. Now that ties have been severed between Gordon and Bethesda due to controversy surrounding the recent Doom game soundtrack, the tantalizing prospect arises. Could Bungie be the ones to harness Gordon's artistic talents, making Marathon the very thing that Doom fears? We'll have to wait and see, but the mere thought of such a collaboration has our pulses racing with anticipation. Number 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Brace yourselves, because the unthinkable has happened. The legendary Metal Gear Solid 3 is making a triumphant return to the gaming scene with a remastered edition for the PlayStation 5. This time, it's going by the name Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, and let me tell you, the excitement is reaching insane levels. Even though all we've got so far is a pre-rendered cutscene from the presentation, my heart is racing at the mere thought of experiencing this masterpiece once again. Now I know what you're thinking. Can we really trust Konami after all the controversy surrounding Kojima and the Metal Gear Solid franchise? It's a fair concern, but we can't let that dampen our hopes for this crucial gem of a game. The stakes are too high, and we can't let it be tarnished and reduced to a mere cash grab. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is an iconic tale of tactical espionage centered around the enigmatic Naked Snake. After a catastrophic betrayal during a failed virtuous mission, Snake embarks on a mission of life, death, and the fate of an entire nation. The mission, Snake Eater. The goal, stop the deadly Cobra unit and clear America's name from the clutches of the deranged Colonel Vogan. This action-packed spy game, clearly drawing inspiration from the thrilling world of espionage films, holds a special place in the hearts of Metal Gear fans like myself. The original, released in 2004, was an absolute masterpiece, and now, with the power of enhanced visuals and refined game mechanics, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater has the potential to become an instant hit, much like the remarkable Resident Evil 4 remake. But there are a couple things we're all hoping for to make this game truly shine. First and foremost, we can't help but dream of Kojima somehow being involved in the project, despite the rift between him and his former company. If Sony could pull off such a feat, the fans would be eternally grateful. And secondly, we have one simple plea: bring back David Hayter as Snake. There's no voice quite like his, and no one can bring Snake to life better than he does. We're desperately awaiting that iconic line, "Kept you waiting, huh?" Because let's face it, he has certainly kept us waiting long enough. Number 1, Marvel Spider-Man 2. So the new Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay just blew our minds and took things to a whole new level. We were treated to a sneak peek of the game's antagonist, none other than the notorious Kraven the Hunter. It appears that Kraven has set his sights on the Spider-Man, ready to embark on a grand arachnid hunt. But I have a feeling that the tables will turn, and it'll be Kraven who finds himself hunted down once Peter Parker and his symbiote-infused Spider-Man suit enter the picture. The gameplay footage kicked off with a thrilling hunt in the wilderness, but soon Kraven's attention shifted to a new playground, the bustling streets of New York City. Fast forward 6 months and we're introduced to Peter Parker, fully embracing his symbiote suit with a newfound attitude that's far from friendly. He's brimming with anger, violence, and a readiness to crack some skulls, and it's evident in the intense combat showcase in the gameplay sequence. The words he uttered were dripping with rage, and the change in his once amicable voice and demeanor were palpable. And just when we were getting a taste of that symbiote-fueled fury, we seemingly switched over to Miles, who demonstrated a more stealthy approach, reminiscent of his original adventure on the PlayStation 5. The dynamic between both Spider-Man is a delight to witness, and with their contrasting attitudes, it's only a matter of time before tensions rise. While we're still eagerly awaiting gameplay footage for Marvel's Wolverine, the gameplay showcased in the presentation has instilled hope in our hearts. The prospect of unleashing Logan's rage, much like we do with the symbiote-infused Spider-Man, has us on the edge of our seats. Unfortunately, Venom didn't make a physical appearance in this showcase, only manifesting through the suit. However, we all know that once we finally get a glimpse of that terrifying symbiote, voiced by the legendary Tony Todd, it'll be an unforgettable gameplay experience that will etch itself into our memories for years to come. What did you guys think of the Sony showcase? Were there any games they showed that I didn't cover that you were looking forward to? Share them and let me hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and remember to stay casual, my fellow gamers. See you next time.